the whole narrative on, oh, Tom wanted out, he was losing the fight, he found a way out, he could continue. Again, shut the fuck up. It's such a casual take. Let me get this straight. Tom Aspinall, the guy who's undefeated in the UFC, the guy who fought fucking Sergey Pavlovich, this insane, scary Russian dude, and starched him in his hometown. Hold on. You're telling me that after a 450 odd something day layoff, that this guy was looking for a way out? When people say that, that's what you would do. Anyone who's saying that is not made of the same DNA of Tom Aspinall. You're just not. Hold on. You're talking about the guy that blew out his fucking knee in 2022 against Curtis Blaydes and then recovered and then starched Tiberia in London and then fought that fucking monster for a title in Sergey Pavlovich at the time, who was scary as fuck, starched him in 1 minute, and then rematches the guy that he blew his fucking knee out against, who's by all accounts a bad matchup for him, and starches him in 1 minute. Hold on. That heavyweight monster who's favored in this fucking fight is looking for a way out. You know how stupid you sound? You know how ridiculous that is? Again, people that are saying that, that's because that's what you would do. No one who has been inside that octagon is saying that. Now, you're listening to this going, well, Chael and Anthony Smith said that. Let's talk about that. Love Chael. Chael is a close friend. Absolutely adore Chael. Chael was never at the level of Tom Aspinall. If you remember, Chael had quit in him. Chael looked for an out against Anderson Silva. Do you remember that? Remember, he's winning the entire fight and then puts himself in a triangle. So there's quit in Chael. So that's Chael putting his own shit on Tom. Tom and Chael are not the same guy. Chael never had the belt. So whenever someone says that, it's like, well, you know what it's like. That's why you're saying that. Don't put that on Tom. There's no evidence that shows that. There's zero evidence that shows Tom has any quit in him. That's so stupid. Also, I love Chael, and Chael's on ESPN. I expect Chael to do this on his YouTube channel. Like, the internet's wild, right? The internet, people are gonna be like, Tom's a complete pussy, he's a quitter, right? All this wild shit. It's the internet, that's expected. So I don't have an issue when any guy, whether he's UFC alum or not, when they go on their YouTube channels and do this, because I would say 99% of the people that you listen to, whether they fought in the UFC like myself, or they're commentators, or they have some association with the UFC or MMA in general, or they have a big following, will say that Tom's not a quitter. This is ridiculous. So it's not a hot take. So I'm not going to get views with this standpoint. I'm not. But it's the truth. There's no quitting Tom. If I'm rage baiting, if I want a different take to get attraction, this is what you say. And on YouTube, on the internet, it's expected, and this is fine. Get your money, son. Get your bag. My issue is when you do it on ESPN. That's when you get my attention. Because the casuals now will say, dude, and we all love Chael. Uncle Chael said he quit. Uncle Chael said he was looking for a way out. So now it just drives that narrative that Tom's probably not going to be able to shake now. That's the issue I have. Now guys like my dad, my mom, my uncles, my friends, they're not getting on YouTube. They're not on Twitter. They're not on Instagram where you see all this rage baiting, all that shit. So I'm not worried about that. That's for younger kids, and that paints the narrative, but it's not real. And I can usually tell when people are doing it to get views. When you do it on ESPN, and then the casuals soak that in because Chael is a trusted source. He's probably one of the best speaking heads of all time. Chael is phenomenal. But when you paint this narrative, because you've been doing a YouTube channel and that gets views, when you bring it over to network TV, I'm like, oh, what are you doing, Chael? Because now my dad goes, how about Tom quitting? I'm like, no, what? No, what the fuck? What? Well, that's what Chael and Anthony Smith said. Ah, fuck. Oh man. Now it gives energy. It gives that narrative has legs when it should never have legs outside of fucking the Twitterverse. But now Chael said on ESPN. So then the casuals repeat it because they're parrots or they don't know the game. They're just tuning in for this heavyweight fight, or they most likely didn't even watch the fight. All they did is watch the highlights. You know, poke the out. Oh, the guy quit. That's the issue I have. It's an insane take, and it does so much damage to Tom, who has no control. I get the fans booing inside the arena. I was pissed. I paid for this. The fuck? Give me my money back. So I get the fans that spent money, some British fans that flew out there, some French fans that flew out there. I'm pissed. I get it. And they're booing. And I'm not seeing too much hatred towards Cyril. There should be no hatred. Shit happens. But if you're going to throw hate anybody's way, this is Cyril Gahn's fault, not Tom's. But the narrative is Tom quit. Oh, he could have kept going. Hold on. One guy performed an illegal fucking move and poked the champ in both fucking eyes. And there is absolutely no history that shows Tom has quit in him. That's a bullshit narrative. You should be upset at the guy that caused the fight to stop. Well, Tom could have kept going. I want you to do me a favor. You're listening to this right now at your desk, or you're watching your kids, or you're at a baseball game. I want you to take your finger. I want you to take your fucking index finger. I want you to stab yourself in the eye. And then I just want you to move around a little bit. Okay? I want you to move around and let me know how it goes. I want you to move around just a tad. I mean, really jam it in there. Now, remember, Cyril did both. We don't need to go that far. I just want you to take that index and just jam one of them in there. And whether you scratch your retina or detach your retina, that doesn't mean shit. Just the pain from the finger going in the eye. And then I want you to tell me how well you can gauge distance and how well you can see. Never mind the best striker who's 6'5", 240 pounds is in front of you. It's the narrative that Tom Aspinall somehow took the easy way out after 453 is so stupid that this is even a thing. Now, I get conspiracies, and I'm all for it. I love them myself. But this isn't even a conspiracy, man. This is so stupid. And Chael knows better. But again, Chael, get your bag. Anthony, get your bag. I get what you guys are doing. Most guys in the space who aren't rage baiting, who aren't going for views, are going to have my take. Most people that don't give a fuck about that stuff are going to have, they're on my side here. You're to be the outlier, to get views. I'm talking about it. I'm sure other shows are going to talk about it. In order to rage bait, in order to create a narrative, you have to take an outlandish stance. That's what this is. I get it. But Chael and Anthony, I just wish you did it on your own YouTube channels. Keep that shit off the casual channels. Keep that shit off major network TV. We can't have it. Because now what you did is you're destroying the reputation of Tom Aspinall, who was actually the victim in this scenario, and you fuck him. And now he's going to spend the rest of his fucking career trying to get over this narrative that he has quit in him, which there's no evidence of that. The guy couldn't fucking see. It's insane. This isn't good. It's not good. It's not good for the brand. It's not good for the UFC. Sure as fuck not good for Tom. And it's also, in the long game of things, in the long run, it's not good for Chael. It sucks, dude. You know better, Chael. But again, love Chael. Uncle Chael. We all love Chael. All he's doing is putting his own shit on Tom Aspinall. Only one of them was an actual champ. It ain't Chael. Remember, Chael fought in a title fight against one of the greatest ever, Anderson Silva, and was whooping his ass and then found a way to lose in the last 40 seconds by putting himself in a triangle. That's Chael shit. Chael's putting his baggage on Tom. Tom ain't Chael. This has nothing to do with you, dude. But now you paint that narrative, and Tom, poor fucking Tom, he has nothing to do with this, has to deal with this backlash. Oh, you quit. Even Chael said so. And Chael, his word goes a long fucking ways for good reason. He's one of the greats to never win the belt. He quit in his title fight. And you're just putting this on Tom now. That's fucked up. Keep that shit for YouTube, for Twitterverse, not for network TV, because the casuals are going to eat up whatever you fucking put out. It's like CNN, it's like Fox News. What they say, the fucking boomers go, yep.